Hey guys, today I'm gonna share another street food for y'all, and I did a few street food recipes and I will have them all linked in the info above. Just click this little eye and you'll see them. So Baiganee is, as the name suggests, Baiganee is made with baigan, obviously, or eggplant or melongene, whatever you call it. And there are two ways to make this. Today I'm gonna show you the way where you paste it with some batter and you fry it. So if you guys want to see this amazing street food recipe, then keep watching.
So these are the ingredients you'll need for the paste, and this paste is very similar to how I would make pylori. I'm actually just adding one extra ingredient, which is baking powder, and you're gonna make this into a really thin paste, thinner than how you would do pylori. So of course you're going to need baigan, and I'm going to use 2 baigans. This one is a small one, but I'm also using a large one as well. And I'm just going to cut it into strips. You'll also need 2 cups of flour, about 2 cups of water to make the paste. I have half teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric or saffron, some yeast and some sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of split pea powder or dhal, and 1 tablespoon of green seasoning. I will link that above. So now add all your dry ingredients and use your hand or a whisk to combine everything. After that's mixed, add your green seasoning. Now you want to start adding your water a little at a time and use your whisk to kind of whisk the water in until you form a nice smooth paste. And you're probably going to need 2 cups of water because that's how much I used. Depending on where you live, you'll need maybe less or more. So as you can see, it's formed a really nice smooth paste, and I actually use lukewarm water to add to the dough because we have yeast and sugar in there, so you want that to activate. I also think mine doesn't have enough color, so I'm just adding a little extra turmeric powder or saffron just to give it a little more color. Now just let this sit in a warm place for about 2 to 3 hours. Now you want to slice your baigan, make sure it's washed and it's really nice and clean because we're also going to be using the skin. So you want to cut it into nice circles about 1/4 inch thick. You can even cut it at an angle if you want, that way you'd get a bigger piece of the baigan. So what I'm actually going to do is just lay it out on a plate with paper towels, and I'm just going to dust some salt on each side just to sweat the baigan out because it has a really bitter taste in the baigan and you want to get that out of there. So the baigans have been sitting out for about an hour to an hour and a half, and this is how they look. They have like little beads on top, and that's just the bitterness that's sweating out of the baigan. So now you're going to take some paper towels and just pat it dry, because if it's not dry, the paste is not going to adhere to it. So make sure that it's really dry. So before we start dipping these in the paste, you want to have your pot up on about, I would say, medium heat, because you don't want to cook these on too high heat because you want the baigan to cook on the inside. So we're actually going to cook these for about 5 to 7 minutes. So once your oil heats up really nicely, that's when we'll start pasting it. Once your oil is nice and hot, you want to pick up a piece of the baigan and dip it into the paste. And try to get the paste uniformly around the baigan so that you don't have too much excess in one place. And now just add it to your hot oil and just let it do its thing. Let it go for about 5 to 7 minutes and turn it a few times in between so that each side gets to cook uniformly. So I'm going to finish these and I'll show you what they look like at the end. So these are ready to come out now, and as you can see, they have a really nice color. And this is what you get when you put it on medium heat. If you have the heat too high, it's going to get too brown too fast. So you want to place it on a plate lined with enough paper towels to drain the excess oil. Because for some reason, the Baiganee soaks in a lot of oil while it's frying. So just make sure you drain it for a few minutes before you eat it. So this is the finished product, guys, and it looks absolutely delicious. When you take a bite into this, the outside is really nice and crispy, and then the inside is soft baigan that's been cooked to perfection. And I'm serving mine with some tamarind chutney. You will find the link to that in the info above. So I hope you guys enjoy this really delicious Baiganee recipe. This is one of our top street foods in Trinidad. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to see all my latest videos. And leave me a comment below if you make it and if you like it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.